Hey everyone, and welcome back to DME Decoded. I am your host, Henry June. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the year, and I wanted to wish those that celebrate it a happy Halloween. Last episode, we talked about the AALNC. This week, we're going to talk about the different types of legal nurse consultants and also another resource called the JERK for LNCs. For the nurses that want to leave the bedside and the attorneys that want to get a more behind the scenes look at what an LNC, a legal nurse consultant, can do for you, stay tuned. So go ahead and grab your cup of coffee and let's dive in. All right, so picture this. You're an attorney, you have a stack of medical records, and you are involved in a medical malpractice, personal injury, or workers' compensation case. One thing that should come to mind is who can I reach out to read these documentations? Yeah, you can reach out to a doctor. However, it could be costly. One specialty that you should look at is a nurse, a legal nurse consultant. Now, a nurse can bring a specific subset of knowledge to the team so that you can get the most out of your billable hours so that you can understand what is going on in the medical records. Now, a nurse, an LNC, brings a unique skill to the legal table. Knowing what type of legal nurse consultant does what can be helpful to narrow down who you can reach out to assist in your legal case. Now, attorneys, have you ever hired a legal nurse consultant to review medical records just to find out that you need to have an expert witness? Legal nurse consulting is so broad. You have your life care planners, your medical record reviewers, expert witness, defense medical exam observers, and so much more. And it took me about a year to get into defense medical observation. And that's my specialty. That's what I love to do. This first part of the presentation is going to give you a glimpse of the different types of legal nurse consultants. So the first role that we have here is the medical record reviewer. They're the foundation of legal nurse consulting. A lot of times, starting out, you want to review medical records. This teaches you about what the attorney is looking for, what they want answered. Can you find that in the medical records for them? This job is all about organization, data analysis, and translating those massive, messy medical records into a clean, easily eligible report to the legal team. You're building chronological reports, pinpointing if there's any missing records, and seeing if there's any deviation from the standards of care from the nursing side. This is a must-have for all medical related cases. Next is the expert witness. Most often at times, this is a highly specialized clinical expert. An expert witness can go from like an ED nurse, med surge, ICU, wound care, and these witnesses go to trial to testify. Most importantly, these experts should be able to state an opinion on the standardized care and causation. Their opinion must be able to stand up to fierce cross-examination, making their clinical and expertise paramount. So we talked about defense medical exam nurse observers before. You can click the link at the top so that it can take you to that video. So I'm just going to summarize this very quickly. As a nurse observer, you are attending these medical exams to help out the plaintiff. You are observing, documenting in a clear and concise manner. And finally, we have the life care planners, often certified separately. This LNC projects the future non-medical and medical costs associated with the catastrophic injury. They create detailed reports on lifetime financial responsibility, which is important when it comes to settlement demands. Okay, guys, I just wanted to take a break right here and say that the secret weapon is knowledge is power. For those that are listening right now, you attorneys, LNCs, or nurses that are interested of leaving the bedside and going into legal nurse consulting, it takes a lot, and it takes a lot of dedication and time and effort. It is not going to be easy. It's not going to be a get rich quick scheme or anything like that. You have to build your knowledge base and also be able to understand that you're going to be learning continuously when it comes to legal nurse consulting and the different types of specialties within this broad niche. And for the attorneys that are still listening, I hope this section brought some clarity on what type of legal nurse consultant you need to be thinking about so you can hire the right person. So, going into the next section and going off of knowledge is power, being able to know what organizations to look for and to get involved in as a nurse that is trying to leave the bedside or a legal nurse consultant that has just started and you're a novice. Another organization that you can look into besides the AALNC is JERK, JERK. This is another flagship organization that keeps you involved and gives you the know-how and the knowledge and the community to back you up when you are getting your bearings for the first time. Here's the reality of being an independent legal nurse consultant, not working for a law firm. This can be a lonely avenue. You're dealing with high stake legal concepts, navigating complex standards of care. Sometimes you just need another person by your side while you're going through this case. You can't call the plaintiff attorney, and for sure, you cannot call the defense expert. This need for continuous education and practice leads you to this organization, the JERK. Now, this is not an organization that provides you a certification like the AALNC, but they give you the tools to help you as a novice and as an experienced legal nurse consultant to help you in your legal cases. So what exactly is JERK and how does it translate to more successful cases for you and your attorney clients? It delivers three things. One, you have your annual forum. Two, you know that it's private. And then also it provides subcontracting opportunities. So the annual forum that JERK has usually happens around the middle of October. So the last one, the last annual forum just passed, but usually every year around mid-October, they have their annual forums. Private. So this organization is very private. Once you subscribe to the organization, then you're able to network with everyone that is involved in the organization. Lastly, development. With the development of the with the development of legal nurse consultants, they are keen on helping novice legal nurse consultants get subcontracting gigs, just like with the AALNC. And also, what is huge about being connected with this organization is that as an LNC, sometimes you might have to find a specialist for your attorney client. So it becomes irreplaceable to be connected to this network because you can find a specialist for your attorney client. Some For some cases, they might need a wound care specialist, expert witness, or they might need ICU, a cardiac ICU nurse expert witness. In our industry, the difference between success and a lost case often comes down to certainty. Another resource like Jerk reduces your risk, expands your network, and keeps your knowledge sharp so you can deliver that certainty to your clients. If you liked what you were hearing, hit that like button. Share the video to a bedside nurse that wants to get outside of the hospital and work in legal cases. Share the video and send it to a nurse that is interested in leaving bedside, an attorney. Share the video to a nurse that's thinking about leaving the bedside, to an attorney that deals with personal injury, workers' compensation, or medical malpractice, and subscribe. If you want to know a little bit more about the different types of legal nurse consultants that I went over, just comment down below and I can actually do an entire series on these different types of legal nurse consultants. I'll see you on the next one in 2 weeks. Have a great Halloween and be safe out there.